I'm Alligator Ron Bergeron, and our family's been in Florida for 8 generations. And the Bergeron family's proud of being a part of saving the Florida Everglades and all of its wildlife, and the panther and the bear. And our quality of life is important with the Everglades because 9 million people rely on the water in the beautiful Everglades. So we can save it, and long live the Everglades.
Welcome to the 4th annual Blue Green Fundraiser, where the Fish and Wildlife Foundation support programs for kids and conservation.
Well, yeah, I tell you, this is a great event. I don't know what to expect, but knowing Ron Bergeron, it's liable to be something pretty special. He's liable to come riding in on a herd of horses or capture an alligator. But I do know some of the other Fish and Game commissioners, and Tom Chapeau with the Fish and Game, and I guess a lot of other sportsmen here as well. So yeah, I haven't really got around to meeting everybody, but I'm part of the scene. I've been around Florida for most of my life, and I'm quite an outdoorsman myself, so I'm going to enjoy seeing everybody here tonight.
But what's great about this job is there's so many wonderful people that care about our state. I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart, because all the things that have happened in the last 4 years and 9 months wouldn't have happened but for all your hard work. We have a great Lieutenant Governor. Carlos is somebody that is raising 2 little girls and are a little bit further along. We have 2 daughters, and now I'm trying to make sure our grandsons like to hunt and fish. We're starting with fishing. My 4-year-old grandson loves fishing. I want to thank Adam Putnam. I know I haven't seen him tonight, but I know he's here, and he's doing a great job running agriculture. But thank you for this honor, but more importantly, thanks for what you're doing for all these kids.
Being in the environment and being out in nature is very important to me personally and as a career. On the fishing show, we do a lot of conservational efforts with Guy Harvey and Costa and CCA, the FWC, everything like that. So coming out to an event like this where they're promoting not only the conservation of the environment, but getting kids engaged in the environment is so important to me.
Well, we're having an event. It's called the Blue Green event. It's for the Florida Wildlife Foundation, and it's to build youth camps all across Florida so children can go into the environment and have a primitive experience with nature, so they fall in love with it and want to save our environment. So this is a wonderful foundation. We do a lot of charity events out here, and this is one of my favorites because as a little boy, I was lucky. My grandfather brought me into the Everglades, and I fell in love with it. And today I'm a commissioner appointed by the governor to protect the wildlife and have sustainable access and enjoyment to the people of Florida.
Well, I'm here with my husband, and we're supporting the great cause that they have here. We're from New Orleans, so we came with Nina and her husband, kind of, brought light to the situation here in Florida.
Well, it's incredible. We all have children, and we all want to leave the world in a better place than we've come into it. And I have triplets, and they're 19, and hopefully they'll live in Florida, their lives and grandkids and what have you. So to leave this county and this state in a better place is critically important. So we're glad to be part of it.
August, the 4-year-old, and me, who walked all the way from our house down to the Naples Pier. They just had their grand opening last night, and it's about 2 miles, but his grandfather had promised him he would take him to the pier, and he was busy with Quinny, whom he carries quite a bit, and on the way there and on the way back, he was doing what he could for conservation. He was picking up water bottles, whatever he could find along the beach. And I said, you really are helping the environment by doing this. And you could just see the pride in his face. But I thought I'd just share that little story.
What's important when you have a charity event is to have a good time. And when you're having a good time for a good cause, everybody loves to come to the ranch here because we represent the architecture of the 1880s, what Florida used to be like it, and it's so interesting how people love to be out here in the beautiful Everglades, which I'm totally surrounded by the Everglades, and my only neighbors are alligators.
Well, you know, I was looking at old photographs just today. I don't want to belabor it, but we used to keep all the fish we used to catch. There was no such thing as catch and release. And I looked at a photograph when I was like 18 years old of all these bass we kept and killed. And it just made me sick. It made me want to throw up. And yet we were proud of the fact that we caught all those fish then, just wanting to show them off. But now the catch and release is so important because last year I took 12 people fishing. And 6 of those people they caught the biggest bass that they'd ever caught. But 6 of those fish had been caught before. You could see the hook marks. So that's 50% of the big fish that I took people to catch that they caught their biggest fish, and then it was a fish that someone else had caught. It was a catch and release, really working well.
Thank you, and thank you to everybody who's involved with FWC, the commissioners, the staff, everybody in the agency for what you do to protect and conserve our beautiful state. Alligator Ron, thank you for opening up your man cave to all of us for this wonderful night. I hope everybody has a great evening, and we're going to continue to do what we can to ensure Florida is the best place to work, live, and play outdoors. Thank you.
The Blue-Green event was an unforgettable evening by bringing awareness to the forefront and creating a generation that cares. Until next time, I'm Andrea Ocampo for Eye on South Florida.